Hello and welcome to this special screening of Singing in the Rain. I'm absolutely delighted that Cambridge Film Festival are having a musical strand. It's part of a much bigger BFI season of musicals going around the country. And of course, as part of this season, you can also see these films at free screenings in community centres around the county. You can go and see Top Hat and On the Town in the Market Square. There are all sorts of ways to see them, but the biggest thing of all, and you folk who are already here know this, is that these work on a big screen. What can one say about Singing in the Rain, apart from the fact that for me, it's the best of the best. Gene Kelly was so confident in his knowledge of musicals, in his ability to choreograph for the camera. He had composers, and I have to say, musical arrangers who normally never get their credit, creating songs for him that allowed him to do exactly the dances he wanted, including knocking on doors and having that knock in the score. He had great people to work with. Donald O'Connor, who he always said was deeply underrated, and when you see him dancing with him here, he really is fine. Debbie Reynolds, who matches him step for step, and throughout a wonderful sense of silent Hollywood and 1950s Hollywood. It's interesting that although the whole thing is about sound coming to the cinema and how they deal with it, and of course the great "I can't stand him" being the big problem about somebody's voice being recorded for film, but also Gene Kelly is being mobbed by his fans and having his clothes torn, and the music, it has to be said, is very, very big band 1950s. So you've got both going on. The reason why they set it in the silent period? Well, all these are songs that had already existed for 30 years before they made the film. Arthur Freed, who was running the MGM musicals unit, had written most of them himself and had originally put them into MGM musicals in the 1930s. So this is a reworking of the old MGM back catalogue, but you would never know it. And of course, Gene himself, Umbrella, Puddles, that big toothy smile, and a sense that if he's in love, we're all in love. Oh, and let me not forget Broadway Melody, which is done in such a way in the film that you could actually lift the whole thing out and the film would continue seamlessly. And yet, what a phenomenal sequence. All underscored all the way through, based on two numbers, but sounding like a piece of George Gershwin symphonic writing. And boy does he dance to it, and boy does Sid Charisse. What is there not to love about this film? But to get to see it on a big screen, that is the biggest treat of all. Enjoy.